Good morning, children. How are you all? I hope you all are keeping well and staying healthy. Student, the topic which we are going to study today is article writing, which comes in long composition. Students, what are articles? Articles we come across every day. We read articles in newspaper, in magazine, and in different kinds of books only. In our examination, according to latest marking scheme, articles question of article comes of 5 marks, and the distribution of marks is like this. Format is of 1 mark. Format includes titles and writer's name, which is also called byline. 2 marks are given for content, which includes logical organization and relevance, and lastly 3 marks are for expressions, which must have accuracy and fluency. So this is the distribution of marks. A student, article is a piece of writing printed in a magazine or in books or in newspaper. Students, in newspaper also we find newspaper report. That is also a kind of article. And we find articles published in magazine too. So there is a difference or change between newspaper articles and magazine articles. I'll let you know about this thing, but first of all, let us find out the format of an article. Student, the format of an article is divided primarily into 5 parts. First is of its heading, which is followed by byline. Byline means writer's name. And then its content or body is divided into mainly 3 parts. Para 1, Para 2, Para 3. Para 1 is known as introductory paragraph. In Para 2 we write topic in detailed, which is called detailed paragraph also. And Para 3 is concluding paragraph or conclusion. So let us discuss all these parts in details. First is heading, students. Heading of the topic should be, students, eye-catching. It should be engaging. And student, we have to keep one thing in our mind, that heading should not be very long. It should be 5 to 6 words only of the heading. And students, we don't have to elaborate the heading, right? So these are the points. And one more point, student. Then when we are writing heading, students, so the every letter of the heading of the words which we use in heading should be capital. For instance, for example, this is the heading of the topic pollution, a big problem. So you can see here every letter of every word of the heading is capital, like pollution P, a big capital V, and problem capital V. So these are the points which we have to keep in our mind. Student, second is byline. Byline is nothing but the name of the person who is writing the article, students. And the name of the person will be generally given in the question paper itself only. If the name of the person is not given in the article, then we can then write details on your own. Means we can write the name on our own only. So student, writing byline is very essential. It is only the name of the writer, as we have come to know. And student, this byline can be written either on the right hand side of that heading, or left hand side of the heading, or it can be written at the end of the heading also. So it means, so there are 3 places where we can write down byline or the writer's name only. The next part is, students, the content or the body. So the body is the main part of the articles which carries maximum weightage of marks only. Generally, the body of the article consists of at least 3 to 4 paragraphs are there only. And in this body, students, as I explained earlier, also there are 3 paragraphs. The first paragraph is known as introductory paragraph, students, and this paragraph opens the article, or that is why this introductory paragraph is called as opening of an article also, students. Right? It should be catchy, it should get attention of the reader, and it should this paragraph opens up in such a way, student, that it sounds quite interesting. So one is is one is the one who is reading the this article should feel, yes, I am connected with the problem discussed in this article, and he should read it. So it should create interest in the reader. And a student's language of the this introductory paragraph should be quite clear and precise, and it should be properly planned. So these are the points which we have to bear in our mind when we are writing this introductory paragraph. A student's second paragraphs are this para 2 and para 3, which you can call that detailed paragraph also. In detailed paragraph there are 2 paragraphs, and in these paragraphs we have to develop our ideas, right, so that we can write a good content only. And how can we write good content? When we you know are putting up data and facts in our content, or when we are giving some good examples, relevant examples in it, or we should put some figures into it, right? Or student, we can compare and contrast our views also in it when we are giving our views. An article also should always be written in third person, students. So it should what contain what some data and facts in order to make your content or the body of the article more effective. Should have examples, should have some uh, we should compare and contrast the our facts and figures also, right? So this main this detailed paragraph is the main paragraph of the body only. And then comes, students, this last paragraph, which is called conclusion. Student, this paragraph it shows the gist of what we have discussed earlier, right? And in this paragraph we have to give our suggestions or solution of the problem. Student, it basically sums up our views only. So this conclusion, right? There are something which we should not do while writing this article, that we should not be too descriptive, particularly in detailed paragraph, right? Or we should not stretch out any point, or we should not be too elaborate, right? Something that is irrelevant. We have to follow the format, students, and we have to follow the word limit, which is 150 to 200 words only. When example is here before us, student, as we can see, it is about compulsory games and sports in schools. So this is the heading. Byline, you can see Shrishti is the byline, two things, and then you can see the whole content is divided into 3 paragraphs: introduction and a detailed paragraph and summing up, which is the conclusion only. So hope you have understood it. Thank you, class.